Yeah, doing it in chat. Hold on. All right, so we doing that. Y'all have a new setup? Yeah, that new setup kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I know. It's kind of fire, right? Hello. Y'all ain't even seen that yet. Hello, chat. We get crazy. We get digital in here, chat. Yo, chat, we get digital in here. I can't wait to do a session with y'all. I won't record right now. We'll record in a minute. So meanwhile, chat, we got, I'm actually opening this up in a new tab too, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I was watching the Kai shit real quick. Hold on, chat. Let me move this up on way. Get these over there too. I'm not ready to go. Oh shit. Hold on. Transfer this over there. And boom. Alright, we back, chat. Hold on. That's a thing I ain't want to lose. Oh, no, what happened to that? I need that back. Oh, I didn't put that over there. Anyway. Might as well. See how they bitch. Alright, chat. Let's see what we got here, man. Let's be here. Let's see what Kai talking about. Hold on. We got watching Stream University over here with Kai ass.
Somebody had to make it. Bro!
Man, that shit hard. I'm gonna wait till we do a session for this one right here. It's gonna be crazy.
This is the first
crazy,
one.
bro. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
No, she makes content, but that one not even on this motherfucker. How the fuck she get on this motherfucker? You the dean. Well, somebody in that admissions. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. Congratulations, but I need to review that. Cause I don't know if that's the person I'm. Is that the I'm? There's no way. Hold on, I need to recheck that chat. That is the first person, guys.
All right, right. We'll pause that one. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into these shenanigans, man. Let's how this is. All right, so we're on day 5 of the dedication real quick. With the bull, how y'all doing today? Oh, let me open up the chats real quick. Make sure you type in everybody real quick. We're on. All right, back. All right. Is my audio doubling?
Yep. See you on that.
All right, so my audio is not doubling no more. Sorry about that. Back up better. You better close with that, bro. Nah, see, that's what warned me earlier. Like, I didn't understand what was going on. Hold on, chat. Let me put it all the way to the bank. Got that set up. Let me see. Let's go back over here to TikTok. Hold on my TikTok channel. Wait, I had this shit backwards. This phone. Oh, I was TikTok. Okay, that's what I did. Oh, wait, don't try. Wake up. Wow, we right up. Damn, Christine, looking fine over there, girl. I see you sexy. You sexy. You sexy. You sexy. Say so. Alright, so bet. We'll get back to details. We'll go to day 5 right quick. We got the chat set up. We good on Instagram, we good on TikTok. We good on TikTok and YouTube right now. Yeah, that's crazy, son. That's how we feeling? Hey yo, my motherfucker, hey yo, my YouTube shit striking. Ain't nobody even saying it about that, bro. That's crazy. I ain't know my numbers going crazy like that. That's lit. So you should take out tapping in. It's hard. It's hard. I went on day 5, man. Day 5 and fuck y'all up, I feel like, bro. Man, I feel like day 5, man. Fuck y'all, who has up? Who we got a bit on here on TikTok? Who got a bit in? Okay, we got Precious. What's up, sweetheart? Who? Y'all ain't so much. All right, bet. So let's tap in. So we got let's tap in with. Let's see what we're gonna start with. First of all, so the source. We're gonna go to Eddie's NRC Press. Damn, I should have reset it. I was at right point too, y'all. Hold on. I can't wait till I get my damn look USB hub, man. I just can't wait till she come in the mail. If I lose my mouse, bro. This little scrolling pad shit, like this shit don't work for me, cuz. I'm down. I put it down. We're gonna make that video with that on. And I tell you, motherfucker, tell you. Let's see. All right, back. Who started? All right, so NC Press. Let's see. So Asha. Oh, so Asha is the we're gonna start there. Combs. Estavos. All right, so Estavos is Diddy, defense attorney. Ventura is Cassie, and Asha is one of the prosecutors. All right, so let's get. So Combs said this is how they start off. I need some water, man. I need some drink. I'm thirsty. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, I'll do it. I'll keep this shit alright. Oh, thirsty, y'all. Okay. Come here, bro. Behind the screen. Alright, so like now let's talk about the rehab. Do you still subzone? Do you still subzone? Something like that. What does it treat? Oh, subzones. Let's see what the hell that is. What's subzones, y'all? Subzones. They say subzones is prescription medication to treat opioid addiction in adults. It's a combination of 2 drugs, bromorphine and naloxone, some shit like that. Alright, so back. So it's help people with basically have to reduce the withdrawal symptoms, so they can really go through it. Is my mic right? I don't feel like my mic is right. My mic is not right. How bad? Alright. Now I think we're better. See? That's what it is. We might be doing bad leveling. Hold on. God, see? What the is going on? Don't you look at him? No good. Alright. That's what I was saying, chat. Fucking face too much. But basically, chat, yeah, that's all it is, bro. You have over the draws. Alright, so let's continue. So she said with this tree opioid addiction, yeah, we could just read that. I just said objection, and the judge overruled it. Stavros is Diddy, lawyer. You wrote a book in rehab. The place treats sexual compulsion. All right, so bet. So sexual compulsion. That wasn't the reason. Damn, what else said that? What else did it say? All right, so I had to break right here. They had to take a break right there. All right, so Combs. So I guess when they came back from break, I was like, did I break? What the fuck? No. You were preparing a tour with Matt Testa. Ventura was Cassie. Yes, he's an engineer. Gustavo, once you settle your lawsuit, you cancel the tour, right? Cassie, yes. Gustavo, because you no longer needed the money. Cassie said that wasn't the reason. She said that wasn't the reason. Um, let me see how the fuck he got this. Oh wait, that's supposed to really go all the way up here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. What's this? Hold on. Dear Judge, Mississippi Press. Wait, what happened? NC Press made for Chinatown. This training. Oh, this is from the NC Press. Press application to docket and the unsealed government defense communication to chambers and the NC Press cover all the cash and gold. Let me other citizens. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Go back. Go back. I'm trying to make sure I'm following the story right. Who is he barking at? Holy shit. Hold on, chat. My bad. I didn't even, yes, hold on, chat. Let's see. Because I had it right into my damn screen down there. We said it. But anyway, though, okay, let's go back some more. Okay, let's start over here. All right, so, okay, bet. I think we're in the right spot. Probably somehow people that. Okay. Okay, I think we're in the right spot. All right, so Jack Chan, let's go back right here. There's some more sidebar, right? Gustavo, did you ever get the neurofeedback therapy? But with jury out, but it's supposed to file in jurisdiction. It's calm Gustavo. The message about having a freak out for the Al Christine, right? Okay, so I guess this is right here. Yeah, all right, so they come back in for break. All right, so they start off like this here. My fault, y'all. How the hell? That's on Academy like a motherfucker. That's on Academy. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to follow this shit. So, anyway, let's go back to it right here. Let's go to day 5. So let's see what they said in this video. What it says, cross-examination. Let's see, day 5. Let's see, y'all.
I wonder if HoneyBook has any new clients for me today.
I wonder where my best leads come from.
Yeah, they would get them on Academy like one, but that's really.
We are following the latest in the trial against Sean Diddy Combs.
Today, we expect more cross-examination of his longtime ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Taking a live look now at the Manhattan courthouse, where all week she has testified. And she says that Combs physically and emotionally coerced her into sexual encounters. But as CBS's Jared Hill reports, Combs' lawyers are trying to claim those interactions were all consensual.
In federal court, a balancing act for Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers as they cross-examined Cassie Ventura about their decade-long relationship. Attorneys showing text messages and emails between the two, from love notes to exchanges about drug-fueled sex encounters called freak-offs. One from August of 2009, Cassie wrote, "I'm always ready to freak off," when Combs allegedly asked when she wanted the next encounter to be. In 2017, "I love our freak-offs when we both want it." Cassie later explained to the court, "I would say loving freak-offs were just words at that point." She also testified
What?
about consensual sex with Combs after she accused him of raping her in 2018.
Damn.
Attorney Judy Saunders specializes in sexual abuse cases.
Wait, what? She did? Funny girl, she got some smooth. I'm try to recap. They keep doing other shit. My bad, y'all. Oh, man, fucking shit. But okay.
Years ago, or, something, testimony like that may have been, more detrimental to a witness. But I think that, culturally, there's a lot more understanding about the nuances of withdrawn consent.
Ventura also testified about jealousy and infidelity on both of their parts and said both were addicted to painkillers and that when Combs was in withdrawal, he was more violent. Cassie's attorney.
I don't think there's a legal defense to this case based on his drug use.
Sean Combs faces 5 charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy.
So you got racketeering conspiracy, sex, forced fraud, ill coercion. Okay, so he hit him with a coercion. He got some coercion, you know. Transportation for purpose of prostitution. That's the Man's Act. Y'all know the video that I've been posting about me and Curtis talking about the Man's Act and shit. That's it right there, bro. Like, to the transportation for purpose of prostitution. But he wasn't prostitute. But that's what they gonna charge a nigga with. Like, if it's obviously if swinger does this shit, they can charge him with it if they want to. That's crazy. Because he didn't trap it. I don't know. So I'm wondering, like, can he, if it's not Cassie getting hit with that prostitution charge, are they going to, is that including the other, the escorts that he was actually paying? Did he transport them though? I'm wondering. If he flew them out, like the male prostitutes, then, the male escorts, then yeah, he'll be charged for that. Oh yeah, did they include them?
While his attorneys acknowledge violence and a, quote, swinger lifestyle, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Cause I ain't gonna like, that's crazy. Let's see what's next. He said Bieber has something to say about it. What Bieber say, y'all?
From above, the destruction is dramatic. At Hickory Ridge Farm, roofs ripped, rafters raised, and remnants scattered.
What's up,
if you're taking anatomy physiology for the first...
What's up, Ethan? I had a video, and we were just watching. That's what they told over here.
So yesterday in court was Cassie's first day of cross-examination. So that's where Puff's team gets to ask her questions about her testimony and just different things that they want the jury to be to hear.
Right.
I don't know what the prosecutors are doing. They did such a good job the day before of laying out, what they had and establishing why their charges make sense, even though I don't think that it's as, gut-wrenching as they've made it seem from all the indictments and stuff like that. But, y'all, the way that Cassie was looking on that thing yesterday, first of all, they debunked so many different things, just speaking to her credibility, right? Like not getting into like the forest and all that yet, right? Just speaking to her credibility. Y'all know on the stand the day before she told that story about Suge Knight and Puff and D-Rock allegedly grabbing guns and going to run into Suge Knight at Mel's Diner. And he left from a freak off to do that, according to her, right? So
he left from a freak off to do that. Wait, go back? I ain't hear that clearly. Hold on, chat.
The day before she told that story about Suge Knight and Puff and D-Rock allegedly grabbing guns and going to run into Suge Knight at Mel's Diner. And he left from a freak off to do that, according to her, right? So according to the defense team and the interview that Cassie did with the prosecutors before she got on the stand, like in the beginning of the investigations, that story was completely not true that she said on the stand the day before that. So
how did they debunk that?
So they basically asked her, they said, hey, you remember yesterday you testified that you stayed in your home and you were upset and that Puff had allegedly left from a freak off and blah, blah, blah. Like they went down what she said. Right. Then she was like, yeah. And they said, well, do you remember, and they ran down the date that you spoke to the prosecutors and you told them that you were forced to get into a car. You were crying, you were upset, but you didn't have a choice according to you, right? Like you were like basically forced to get in this car to go with them to run into Suge Knight. And she was like, I never said that. And they said, oh, okay, well, we have the transcripts from your interview with the prosecutors right here. She looks at it. She pauses for a moment. She said, I don't know why this would say that because I've always said that I didn't go. And I'm like, but it's an interview you did with prosecutors, so it looks crazy. And there was so many moments like that where
that's why you shouldn't try to remember nothing when you was on drugs.
Right.
When you're trying to recall things when you're on drugs. No.
Now let me talk about that because I thought about that too. Like, she said a lot yesterday and the day before that about how much they were using drugs. So some things may be a little hazy for her. She couldn't even remember some of the escorts' names.
Yeah, because like, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all niggas that high. Like, how can you really remember a lot of shit? Especially when the drug they talk about, bro. Like, you talk about ketamine, psychedelics, GBP, PG. What the hell is that drug, bro? Like, oh, that's the date rate drug. Like, y'all high over all these, especially if you're on a date rate drug, how the fuck you gonna remember shit? That's the point of the drug. That's crazy.
That they knew that she had slept with, right? So
who remembers escorts' names?
No, she remembered a lot of them because they were using they were using a lot of them for a long period of time and taking them to different states. But
that's all right. So look, y'all. So that's where the man act. They can get him. All right. So look, the man actually me and Kurt was talking about, right? So that's how I'm bad. That's how they get hit with the transportation of prostitution. So they're all including the dudes who they flew out. They are including male escorts. That's crazy.
Drug use. So there was a time in 2017 where things were like super, super hazy, right? And she on the stand said, I really don't remember much from this time because there was something else that they were talking to her about and it was just all over the place and she wasn't sounding like she was telling the truth. So they're talking to her about the drug use, and the day before, remember I told you guys, they were asking her about the drug use and asking her how she would resupply on drugs, like who gave her the drug dealer's contacts and stuff like that, and she said Diddy. And when she said that, I watched Diddy in court look at her like, girl, what? Yesterday on the stand, they said, okay, so let's talk about your drug use, right? Because is it or is it not true that, both of you guys were using drugs, but like Diddy was still able to run multiple businesses and like ran down a list of everything he was doing. He was more functioning. And she was like, yeah, I mean, you could say that. And then they go into having a conversation about the fact that at one point in time, Puff was calling drug dealers and telling them to stop serving Cassie because she was so bad off. Like she was worse off on drugs than he was. And Cassie admitted that was happening. The day before that, though, they painted it as if she was like lost in this whole like drug abuse thing that was caused and spiraled out by Puff. Yesterday, the conversation was, no, you were making choices on your own, to the point where he was even having to intervene with some of her friends because he didn't like how much drugs she was doing. He was trying to like protect the way that they were doing. Like they were doing their things, right? But he was trying to make sure that it was, from what they're alleging, that it was a lot more safe. And she didn't push back on it.
I thought they were saying, I thought Diddy's team was saying that Diddy was also on drugs really bad, and they were trying to say that's why he didn't remember.
Basically, he was a functional crackhead. He was just want to and better lack of words, okay? He know how to take a drug to be functional. He know how to do the drugs and not let the drugs do him. Got you.
Hands on her.
But even said he OD'd.
Because she led the drugs through her.
So look, they never, and this is why I'm saying the prosecution left their star witness out there looking crazy, because Diddy's team has never ran from any of that. They have talked about his drug use. Yesterday, it did come up in court that he overdosed at this around the time that Whitney Houston passed away, right?
Was he rushed to the hospital when he overdosed?
Yeah, they said they took him to the hospital. It was like a whole thing. They didn't go into a lot of detail about it, and I have been trying to get more information on that, because for a lot of us in the courtroom, we were like, wait, what? How did this happen? How did he overdose? And the world never knew. But that's how bad their drug use was. But he was always able to like keep himself together and not like fall off, and able to like try and like go through like withdrawals and stuff to get off of it. She was having a bit of a harder time from what it seemed like, to the point where he was encouraging her to go to rehab, and she admitted she did go to like a wellness spa and things of that nature. But I think the reason why I brought that up is because Puff's team did try and use that as a defense, right? And she tried to do that as well. But the way that everything is coming out now is really seeming like, okay,
if you've been injured in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and it's how I got.
What we saw happen to her in that video, and the other things that I know happened to her, because we've seen photos of the bruises and things like that, right, is not okay. But the way that they were able to almost humanize, like, okay, he had a lot of drugs in him too. If we're going to give her a pass for, being drugged up and, not being able to make her own decisions, we should have that conversation about him too, is what they were able to accomplish yesterday.
They were both drugged up a lot.
Yeah, and they used her to do it.
That's what I was telling you, Lauren. You got 8 weeks. You're going to go crazy, because every day when the prosecution is on, the prosecution is going to say things that make sense. When the defense is on, the defense team is going to make things that make sense. You're going to be playing hopscotch like, oh my.
Charlotte, look at this.
You got 8 weeks.
I am like, if I was a juror, I would be so stressed out.
You should really do a book and documentary after this, because you're there every day. Next question, I was going to ask, could Cassie be charged? Will they charge Cassie? Because from what you're telling us, it was like
baby girl was the number 2.
No, she was number 2, and she was setting up.
I told y'all that yesterday. Yesterday I said she was G Money and Nino Brown.
The freak offs, and she allegedly supplied some of the drugs. That's what it seems like they're saying. So could she be charged as well?
I had asked some questions about that yesterday to a source who told me that.
That's a good ass question, because they both flew out the escorts. But no, it's about, well, she did pay. Damn. And you know what? She did supply the drugs too. Yo, that's crazy.
They had heard that there were some conversations about immunity, which would only make sense. But they can't 100% confirm it. But I'll have that by Monday.
I got so many questions. You gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We can come bring it back.
Did he blow up Kid Cudi's car? What happened with Michael B. Jordan? Tell us.
Child, we got some more for the next hour.
Jesus.
Because some people call them strays. What, James? What happened?
It's Janet Jackson's birthday though, so. Happy birthday to the legend.
Yeah,
but
Janet don't want you mentioning her right now.
Not right now.
Like, yo, you can mention me anytime.
In a minute from now,
but
just not right now.
So close to this. You didn't have to do that.
Oh my! Who's that on your shirt?
Jess, wait, back up. Let me see your shirt.
Who's that on your shirt?
That look like victim number 7. That look like the drug supplier. That's what's supplying Diddy.
Yo, I ain't gonna. Why is that t-shirt? That better be her mugshot. Like, well, look at her hair. Like, bro, why she look like looked off in this society?
This is the picture. This is the picture that Snoop posted.
What's that on your head?
What's
that on your head?
On my head?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, it's my ponytail.
I know
oh, my ponytail back then. I've come a long way.
I want that in a large. You better have that in here next week.
I need one too. I need one too.
Don't clip my ends. Just hilarious.
All right.
Hey, y'all. It's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt. But y'all know how I do.
Lauren doing good stories. So that's why we fuck with Lauren. I like when she tells her stories. She talk fast as hell. I can keep up with her shit. I'm trying to see. Damn. Wait a minute, chat. Let's see what X says. But what X talking about? T-E? Wait. What happened?
Maconio, thank you for the...
Wait. We got the T punch. Message to Aiden after Aiden calling through cheating and shooting. Damn. Hold on. We'll watch that later though. We'll add that to the I gotta do my watch later. Hold on. I say this for watch later. Yeah. Alright, back to what we're talking about. We ain't finished covering the story yet, real quick. Let's do it. Diddy found testimony. But now, the defense, damn, the defense attorney really came back. I ain't like that, but Brian, kind of fine. Diddy team kind of fine now. Diddy team kind of fine now. Hold on now. Diddy team kind of fine with that one. Cause of the nation of Cassie Tory. You gotta watch that. Hold on, I think Ray Rob. Let's see Ray Rob. What are you talking about?
Trials, and this is the Sean Diddy Combs trial in Lower Manhattan. Testimony is still going on day 5 of testimony. It's expected to last till about 1 p.m. Eastern, and then they're going to take a very short lunch and continue. And this morning in court, it was a totally different feeling. The government and the defense kind of going at it, trading bar.
I
think the big problem that most people that buy rental properties, especially rental real estate, have is that they don't have an engaged renter. And to me, that's...
What's this says? Damn. I'm down. What's this? What are you talking about here?
It's day 5 of the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. We have our senior legal analyst here at Fox 26 Houston, Chris Tritico, breaking down what we've heard so far and what we are going to look ahead to in this 8-week-long trial. So, Chris, the defense is continuing to cross-examine Cassie Ventura, Combs' ex-girlfriend. They are taking an unusual tactic here with the text messages between the two of them. It shows that there was a lot of open communication between Combs and Ventura over the years.
Absolutely. And what they're doing, which I think is a very, very solid approach, is the lawyer who's cross-examining her is reading Sean's portion of the text and then making her read back her answer or her portion of the text. It's very effective cross-examination because it puts her in the moment and her reading back what she said. And so the jury is hearing her words from her live, if you will. And I think it's very effective.
That makes sense.
Because it's her, instead of a lawyer dry reading, they're hearing her words from her. I think it's very effective, especially these texts that she doesn't want to own up to. She's got to read them, and the jury's hearing her say her words. I think it's extremely effective.
Now, these texts show her admitting, it seems like, that she enjoyed this lifestyle, that she was a willing participant in this lifestyle, even though during her previous testimony, she said that she felt forced into this because she was under his control and that he was violent. So the texts don't seem to be aligning with her previous testimony.
And that's exactly why they're doing this the way they're doing it, is to show a counter to that testimony. She's had months and months and months to get ready for this, working with her lawyers, working with the government prosecutors to get ready for this, to just come in and testify, I was forced into this. And that's why these text messages are so important, so vitally important to the defense, to show you weren't forced into anything. You liked this, you were a willing participant, and these text messages show that. And that's why they're making her read them.
But she also said there's a lot more to this, is what I think her direct words were to the defense attorney. Like, well, there's a lot more to it. And I think that some jurors might think that still she was not. How could somebody, especially seeing somebody pregnant, like that maternal, image of her on the stand, you're still thinking, how could she have been willing?
Well, and that's what we're going to have to the defense is going to have to come back with that at some point later. But they know that she's married to somebody else, and it's been years, and so they'll deal with that later. But when she says there's a lot more to that, the defense should be coming back with, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's look at these texts. This is the sum total of your relationship with Sean Combs. You said right here, read it.
Show you mad freaky too. Like, that's all it came right down to. She's mad freaky. She seen that baby on the way. She said, man, I need that check. Both of them bad freaky because the fact that she laid back next to a nigga the fact that she laid next to this man with another man's yogurt rubbed on his nipples is crazy. That's wow.
Read it.
It's the
I like
rubbing.
EFOS. That's freak offs, right?
It's
You just
the
keep pounding her
thing.
with that and making her read those back.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what's ahead in the trial now. We don't know who they're calling next to the stand, but we imagine we will hear from more of these male escorts. We will hear from some of Sean Combs' staff. There has been some discrepancy in her testimony about how much did the staff know, and is that going to be really key to these charges?
So I don't know, we don't know what the government's plan is, but I would imagine that we're going to hear from more escorts, and I would imagine that we would have to hear from his staff about the planning and the execution of bringing these escorts in. How did they get them? How did they find them? How did they hire them? And who brought them in? So they have to show that.
How did they get paid, too? Who paid them? How was they paid? Who did the payment come from?
Sean Combs was the one doing this. And so the staff, I would think, is critical to proving that.
Because if you do the paper trail, bruh, what if the sister was doing it and it was from her account? Or the business? I don't know. I know that every transaction, but it be Diddy's and not, but whoever name on there, boy, they finna go down too.
Proving that Sean Combs was the one directing this. If a staff member is the one finding them, hiring them, talking to them, bringing them in, well, that doesn't make that critical link that it's Sean Combs. And so I would expect that you're going to hear some of the staff.
When it comes to the redirect, how does that work? Because cross-examinations lasted a little bit longer, I think, than the judge was anticipating.
Well, so what we know now is there was an agreement that by the government and the defense that she would be done by Friday, by today. And then the defense started delaying, planning on calling her back next week, and that's when the judge put his foot down because of her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Redirect and recross in federal court is limited to what happened preceding. So after the first direct and the first cross, now redirect is limited to what the defense did in cross. And then recross is limited to what the government did in redirect. So it gets increasingly shorter every time you go back. And then some judges will say you get one redirect and one recross and you're done. And they have the right to do that. In federal court, they have far more discretion than they do in state court, and they can limit a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Chris Tridico, thank you.
You bet.
Anyway.
Tired of waiting for payday? The Earn an app gets you paid as you work.
You blow. I say, fuck Diddy. You're on my nerves.
This is Refusion, music powered by AI. Type your idea, add custom lyrics, even remix your own audio. Generate studio quality songs.
I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her.
Oh, shit.
So, to him and all of those who helped him along the way, please know this. You did not.
What's up, Donald?
Cassandra, Cassie Ventura's husband, Alex Fine, is speaking out for the first time now that she's finished her testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Fine married the singer in 2019. They share 2 children together and are expecting their third, as the 38-year-old testified while 8 months pregnant. On the stand, Ventura detailed the alleged abuse she claims to have suffered during the years-long relationship with the disgraced rapper. After the trial wrapped up its first week, Ventura's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, read a statement to reporters on behalf of Fine, where he praised his wife's strength and addressed online speculation.
Over the past 5 days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife, freeing herself of her past. There has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass.
He also shared a message to Combs.
I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her. So, to him and all of those who helped him along the way, please know this.
Crazy.
You did not.
Hey, yo, I got
You did not break her spirit nor her smile that light.
Yo, I cut the hair for real, bro, because, like, Jody, hey, yo, I gotta go cut the hair for real, bro. That's crazy. Nah, that's different. It's like, oh, you got the cut, dog. But, bro, I think I'm over here going crazy. I think they want me to get the cut, bro. I think I gotta go back to the cut, chat. I think I gotta go back to the cut. It's going crazy. Anyway, forget him. He's boring. Alright, so let's see what Tory Lanez is talking about, man. Let's see what's going on with Tory Lanez over here, man. Let's see. Crazy. Tory Lanez. Bring it out. Okay. Whoa, this shit getting crazy. Hold on.
As Tory Lanez recovers in a hospital after a prison stabbing attack, his father and supporters gathered today to demand his release.
The former rapper was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Fox 7's Christy Fajardo tells us about the claim of new evidence.
Bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week.
Just days after rapper Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was attacked in prison, his attorneys are calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lanez and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment."
So, like, wait, so pause though, right? So, but if this is the case, then why did Megan say Tory? So, Megan Ben knew who shot her. Oh, bitches be lying. See, I be letting these go. I knew bitches be lying. Yo, I'm gonna tell. I know bitches be lying, bro. Bitches be lying for. Alright.
We didn't.
Come on.
Hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment. Lanez's lawyers say they've had the new evidence for months and were waiting on the appeals court to rule, but went public after he was stabbed in prison.
He was stabbed 14 times.
The rapper's father.
All right, which one is it? Is it 10 or 14? You gotta over-exaggerate now. Which one? 10, 14, 11? Like, Smith said, he was stabbed 14. We know you lying. Just know he lying the way he just said that.
Father, Sunstar Peterson, says his son is recovering remarkably well, but recounted the story Lanez told him.
And I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God."
But I am happy that Tory did survive that attack. You feel me? I'm happy that he's having his life, man.
God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me? But God said no.
This is that.
God told him, do not give up.
The family and legal team insist Lanez was never given a fair trial, raising questions about the prosecution and investigation. But now say Lanez can't wait for the appellate process to play out. In downtown LA, Christy Fajardo, Fox 11 News.
I often joke that I'm retired, but in reality, it's just that I get to live my dream of being a full-time DJ, and that's because of my amazing.
Hey y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call any serious accident, slip and fall.
But Diddy
over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to The Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is out in Atlanta, and she hasn't been sleep. She hasn't went to sleep as of yet. She was at the club all night. She had a great time. She's a little twisted.
Yes.
But let's get to the latest with Laura.
Okay, so Tory Lanez, his legal team is claiming that they have a statement from a bodyguard of Kelsey's. Kelsey's was Meg's best friend, Meg Thee Stallion's best friend, claiming that he overheard some things that changes Tory Lanez sitting in jail. That Tory Lanez is not guilty, and Kelsey is. Let's take a listen.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun.
If he heard that during the trial, why wouldn't he say something then?
Well, now, question. I do have a question. Unite the People. I know it's a team of lawyers and activists who fight for social justice, but are they Tory Lanez's attorney, or they are an independent agency that just helps people in their cases?
No, they are. As I've been speaking to them, they are Tory Lanez attorneys. It's a group of them. It's a group of there's multiple attorneys that work on cases together, and they specifically work with people who they feel like are put in a bad position because of the justice system.
Okay.
Well, my question: if the bodyguard driver heard that during the trial, why wouldn't he say something then?
I'm not for sure. Oh, there was something about it. Actually, I do know the answer to that question. Give me a second, because there was something that he said about an NDA.
Yeah, I'm about to say shit. That boy had to get paid off when he was riding with the folks.
He said he didn't sign it.
There was no NDA. He could.
I don't know that. I just remember the.
Dang. So they had to pay him, cause either he was scared or they paid his ass, bro.
Conversation about an NDA, but if he said he didn't sign one, I have no idea. But I will say people are asking why Tory Lanez didn't say something at the time in court, and
it's like, too, nigga, why you ain't say that for yourself? Like, why you trying to be down? Man, fuck all that, bro. Hell no. I ain't been spending the next 10 years off of hell no.
Y'all remember Tory Lanez came out with that letters, and he was accusing Sean Hawley of basically not letting him testify when he said that he wanted to. He said that he didn't want to take the plea deal and he wanted to be able to speak for himself. But this is interesting, like how this whole thing came up, because it came from a writer at the New York Post. Let's take a listen to that part of it.
The New York Post recently reached out to the prior district attorney, George Gaston, Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representatives with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell.
Damn.
Listen to this.
Wait. So. Damn.
There's no.
Now that's a big claim, because basically they're pinpointing it, or because there's a lot of theories running online that this is like a whole setup and blah 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 blah, and these attorneys are leaning into that. That's a huge claim to throw on Meg Thee Stallion's legal team, and Meg Thee Stallion's legal team actually issued a statement. They sent us a statement, and the statement basically said that this was already decided in court and they're not going to go back and forth. Alex Spiro said Tory Lanez was tried and convicted by a jury of his peers, and his case was properly adjudicated through the court system. This is not a political matter. This is a case of violent assault that was resolved in the court of law.
I mean, that's right. I mean, none of us really know what happened that night. We weren't there. But just like the attorney just said, Tory was found guilty in a court of law. And you just look at the evidence. Megan's testimony, medical records that confirm she had bullet fragments in her feet, the apologetic jail call from Tory, the neighbor who testified that they saw Tory fire the gun, the forensic evidence because the gun used in the shooting was found in Tory's vehicle. The DNA was inconclusive, but that was the evidence the jury used to convict him. So I just asked 2 simple questions. If you know they have all that evidence against you, if you're Tory Lanez, why wouldn't you just take the stand and simply say Kelsey shot her? And what reason would Megan have not to tell on Kelsey?
I agree with you 1,000%. But if this is a fact and this is true, what this bodyguard is saying, I think it should be listened to see if it's proven or not, regardless, because it could open up some other things. Because at the end of the day, whether you are on Tory's side or Megan's side, you want the truth, right? And if he knows something, he should be able to speak.
But why wouldn't he say that during the trial?
I'm with you.
If a driver or bodyguard allegedly overheard that conversation while the trial was happening, why wouldn't you say something then?
I'm 1,000% with you.
I know, and I do remember from the press conference that they said that the bodyguard, the reason why he came out was because, or came to like them with the information was because he felt bad. He said he felt guilty seeing couldn't sleep seeing an innocent man, according to him, sitting behind bars.
So once again, why wouldn't you say something then? like everybody was following that trial. I guess everybody's conscious. Everybody knew the evidence that was against him. So if you felt that way, then you should have said something. At the end of the day, choices were made, and the choice to not take the stand, Tory Lanez, and defend yourself and tell your truth was a poor choice.
I agree 1,000%, but you still want the facts. Like, you want the truth of regardless of whose side you're on, whose team you're on. You want the truth to make sure people are making the right decision.
At the end of the day, the choice to not take the stand and defend yourself and tell your truth was a poor choice.
Well, okay, so first I want to answer your question. So the bodyguard said that he didn't say anything because he was Kelsey's bodyguard, and he said that he felt an obligation to protect Kelsey. Now he's saying his conscience won't let him go forward.
Jess!
Yo, let freedom ring. Y'all thought I was asleep.
She high as hell.
All I'm saying is he got stabbed hella times, and that's sad. Y'all playing the wrong instrumental for this sad stuff. Yo.
Lights, camera, action.
I mean, yeah.
We on, baby.
This is so sad.
We on.
I will say though, I think they've been trying to get Tory free for a little minute, and I think they have.
And
They've
he
been trying.
said in the album, it's evidence. He said in the album that he coming home this year.
Shut up, Jess.
Well,
he did say that. I swear he said that. Y'all ain't listen to the album. He said he coming home this year.
The funny part is y'all can't see Jess, but she'll fall asleep and then she'll just pop up and
freedom ring. Jess was resting her eyelids, and then we threw it to her. She said, "Let freedom ring." She knew exactly what to say.
Thank you.
Look what that was going on Diddy. You was in Diddy's case. We ain't doing Diddy.
I was. Yeah, we're gonna get to Diddy. We need some time for Diddy and all of the things.
Everyone do Diddy so bad.
You already did him. Wait till the tapes come out.
You want to do Diddy? You didn't hear about the lady who said it was as big as a Tootsie Roll that just filed the new lawsuit? You better relax.
What you mean a Tootsie Roll?
Wait, what?
He's excited now. What you mean a Tootsie Roll? We'll get to that next hour.
That's little.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Cotton candy.
DJ Shrimp. Hey, yo, remember?
Yo, DJ Shrimp got it. Dang, man, for that damn. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think of chat? I still want to know the truth, too. But, like, I want to know the truth, too, but after we know the truth, what's going to happen? Yeah, they can't even prosecute Kelsey be here. That's crazy. Alright, fuck it, yeah. Let's see, chat. That's crazy. Who else? Oh, we got Chris Brown got arrested too. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. Let's see. That's crazy. What else? Yeah, on the front page. Boosie? Bro, you know I always want a monkey. I'm sorry.
Trick that.
Yes, sir. What is it? Nah, the monkey running for the glass is crazy.
These long-tailed macaques live in Bali. Every morning, the troop heads for a building in the of their territory. So the temple grounds are full of opportunities, if you know where to look.
Hey, yo, that nigga dropped it real quick. Hey, yo.
There is a constant supply of hats. and sunglasses.
Hey. That nigga just pulled that nigga head and said, come here. Oh, bro, I hate it. Oh, Lord. You was. Think about this shit. Nigga say, give me those. That monkey say, give me those.
But this harvest is not for eating. It's for bargaining.
Oh, yeah, boy. Monkey the
Seems
fire.
like a fair trade. But
yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Monkeys are, that's funny. So you gonna tell me the monkey gonna come and take my shit? You gonna take my shit and then ask me to feed you? So I gotta feed you to get my shit back. That's a rob. Yo, them niggas are robbers, bro.
there are greater rewards to be had for those who know how to get them. And this old male appears to be doing very well.
That monkey full of hell.
And the
that monkey done robbed by 100 niggas today. But full of hell.
Other elders in this troop have both experience and knowledge. They've been working the temple for over 10 years and now concentrate on the big stuff.
Damn.
No one wants to walk home with just one shoe. And these old boys can't wait to get their hands on the latest tech.
Yo, this nigga rocked him with the quickness.
The older males understand something the youngsters have yet to learn. The art of the deal. A banana? How dare you? A bar of chocolate. That's better. The real skill is in the negotiations. The macaques are playing us at our own game. They demand whatever they want.
Bro. Oh, hey, yo, monkey is OD smart. Like, you feel me? Like, damn. I used to really act like a monkey. Damn. Hey, that's crazy. Look. Oh my God. Look. Let's see. Oh, let me see how real quick.
He said, I need help. We say, how's it is where you at?
Bro, what you doing? Shut up.
You can't.
Bro.
Please don't have rabies.
Please don't have rabies. It's crazy. Yo, that nigga just took her drink. Yo, that nigga just mouth her shit. He just started drinking her shit. Hey, bro. What would you do if a monkey just came with you and started to squat on you, bro? I'd tweak out, bro. Like, I would tweak out. Oh, hold on. Dang, I can't see the video. Hold on. Let me adjust some shit. Oh, yeah. My bad, TikTok. Let me get shot back right. What is that? Let me see the blue bad. Oh, let's see. What's wrong with monkeys? Let's see. Hold on. There it is. What's going on here? Why is monkey fresh as hell?
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more.
Yeah, just like that breakfast burrito.
There isn't too much hot sauce, is there?
Yo. What is going on here? I need to find some shit, huh? Okay. That monkey fresh as hell. Why is monkey fresh as hell? She said I door with a monkey. This is why I want a monkey. Is she fresh? I eat like that. Why you like he can't climb it? The monkey's just bored as hell. Like, bro, he could just do that the whole time. Lazy ass monkey. Hey, wait. That boy just bust his ass. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. He just bust his ass a lot. That's why he want to climb up there. He do this coming. Hold on, here you go, chat. Hold on. Pants got caught like a bitch. I can't know what the point is. He caught himself though. Yeah, his head though. Oh, look at that little monkey. This nigga came up with a goat. This nigga monkey know he a goat. Oh Lord. The monkey got a goat on leash, bro. Yo, you can't be for real. Oh, no, he actually sat down too. Bro, I want a monkey, bro. Like, you see this? You see this chat? I want a monkey. Oh, damn. Okay. Joe, what is going on here? Hold on, chat. Oh, okay, that's the video. I don't know what happened to audio. But the nigga got the what the world? Yo, this is too cute. This is mad funny. Bro, these monkeys smart as hell, bro. Hold on, bro. Yeah, man, what's going on? Nah, this is like dumb funny. Yo, who monkey is this? Yo, who monkey is this? This shit is crazy. No, like, this shit crazy. I'm fucking lying. Fine. Alright, check out, yo. Whoa. What's he doing? That boy pick up all the cans, though. Good can pick her up. You talking about I can't pick her up, boy? What you doing right here? You know, we don't want to clean up. You just had a monkey do it. Go. This nigga got the damn pants stuff. Yo, this nigga slow. Good and strong too. You carrying that motherfucker. He wild that motherfucker. Wait, hold on. He got him to go. Hold on. He just made some money too. Hold on. The fuck he made some money. He gotta get tripping. Hold on, he riding. Hold on. Oh, bad. We can't skip this. Hold on. He going to the dirty range. Hold on, y'all. He going to the dirty chat. The fuck he going to the dirty chat. Hold on. I ain't lying to you. I ain't right for what's off, yo. I'm like going crazy. I'm like going crazy right now. He's going crazy, chat. Alright, we got a pan. That's what you want with. That boy got two pans. He got a whole pot. That boy got a pan. That boy had to rack up real quick, y'all. Hold on, let's see. Not for real. No, this monkey is mad as well. Like, what the? Wow. I want a motherfucking monkey. You can't tell me nothing else. Oh my gosh. Bro, y'all see the monkey? Yo, chat. This is crazy. Oh no, it's different. That nigga rolling. They hating. Controlling. Try to catch me right my monkey. Everybody pull up real quick to the trap right here, try. You know I got that thing, right? Come on with it, right? Everybody just pull up. What you need? What you need, everybody? Checking it. Alright, you ready, y'all? Appreciate it. Yeah, but you know the motherfucking protocol. If I take all that, this shit right there, yep. I just bring my money back. I'm just gonna say, well, I just need that money. That scale, that way. Yeah, I know we up through there. You know what time it is. Hello. Yeah, get that paper hard. Make sure you ain't it. Alright, that's all that. Alright. I'm fault with you. We out. See how we'll tomorrow. No, that's little shit. Women, boy. Y'all can't tell this boy shit. Ain't looking back like, boy, let me fuck up out of here, folks. Let's get up out here, folks. I have fun with these niggas, man. He looking at me crazy, bro. Man, he's trying to make some money. Like, he ain't never seen a monkey out here getting some shit. Thought he was monkeying around, nigga. Trying to make some money, nigga. Monkey riding the goat is fucking crazy. You know, this monkey smart as shit, bro. Nah, this monkey really smart as shit. Whoever trained this nigga, this nigga is fire. Yo, this is mad funny, bro. I'm crying. Yo, the nigga almost there. He's on the leash. Oh, he took the thing off the shit. That's tough. The monkey that made some money today. Hey, talking about. He had drawers on too? Boom. He can't get it off. Oh boy, he's like got his shirt on. Okay. Oh, you put pajamas on. Hey, you gotta change clothes like you know you stole that shit. But they want cute in here, y'all. Hold on. All you want is his hands. Hey, but we gotta go back. Hold on. Nah, you can't. We can't just act like you ain't gotta add no soap in that motherfucker, my boy. You gotta go do that. Dirty ass hands anyway. Go back, chat. I don't know why this video is mad intriguing, but it really got my attention on that. Okay, I'm gonna be checking my damn YouTube chat. How about your chat? How about everybody YouTube? Oh, man. This is not a joke. Alright, listen. Oh, he just stole him. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. He just stole him, chat. Hold on, chat.
He only got one leg, look.
Okay. We gotta go back. We gotta get it. Hold on, chat. He just stole him, that boy. Wait, chat. He not that boy. Chat, he not that boy.
He only got one leg, look.
That nigga baby beat his ass.
We feed our monkeys fruit and
Hey, Jay, he finna beat his ass. He said, boy, bring that ass here, boy.
vegetables, which we bring into the forest on the back of a tractor. And this is so we can distribute it over large areas to prevent conflict from arising whilst the monkeys are feeding. We also scatter some of our seeds and rape. You can see the monkeys on the ground.
He said, I got my head back.
Throughout the vegetation.
He said, Mama, get my leg back. Oh, Lord. So here you go. You on some bullshit. You on some bullshit. He bucking. Alright, he on some bullshit. Ooh. He should mouth that nigga. He should put that nigga whole face in the dirt. Hey, yo. This is crazy,
some of the other monkeys have got involved now.
Hey, Nina, you serious? This is crazy.
You'll see that it's a lot of noise and a lot of shouting for support from other members. It's not too violent.
Yeah, it's quite bad actually. They just started chasing a random monkey up there.
So at certain times of the year, they'll also eat beech nuts and acorns from the tree in the park. And in the bucket was just a sample of what we feed our.
I'd be on the ass for real, but them niggas fast as hell, right? What is it? I Animal fighting would be funny though.
So many females gathered together on this cliff inevitably attract the attention of a rival adult male. His aim is to defeat Scarface and take over his females.
Look like that. And ugly as hell.
He leads a group of outcast bachelors into battle.
Oh my Jesus. What a hook in there, man.
Scarface spots them.
The male leaps into action.
Wait, what happened? Boom.
Bite.
Nah, hold on, bro. You know it's mad for me. Hold on. Yo, kangaroos be real, bro. Like, y'all better stop messing with Australian people, boy. They them niggas like kangaroos out there. I seen that. And like, why is this animal made, bro? Look at that. Yeah. Yo, why he going like this? Boom. He can't, nigga. Come here. Come here. What? Oh, come on. Let me hit me first. Hit me. Oh. This is the first I get good. Oh, Lord. Look at that nigga get low. Like, bro, what's up, man? What's up, nigga? What you want to do? You done? You done, nigga? Fuck that. I ain't done, boy. That nigga big as hell, bro. God damn. Oh, he beating his ass, too. Like, ooh. I can't even put that nigga in the hell up. Hold on, Chad. Keep on crazy. Bow. Hold on. Hey, you not the kangaroo down. Chad, kangaroo beat that nigga ass, boy. He ain't play. He ain't going out. Ain't no hoe. Kangaroo ain't going like no hoe right now. Oh my God. Yo, you think it's ready? Hey, he's on the table. Yo, kangaroo should probably let that nigga on the table. Oh my God. What is going on here? Yo, He get his ass. He got a nigga know what, but he not playing no games, but I'm not fighting no fucking kangaroo. I'm shooting that nigga, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even do it. Yo, it's the neck back with me. Nigga, yeah, look like you swinging, bro. Ooh. Oh, I think he got him. Come on, cameraman. Bow. Wait, hey, wow, them niggas puffing though. Like, oh, damn. I seen that kick. I gotta look at the legs. Them niggas not playing, so they like really mad. They really don't like each other. What the hell is this? Boom. Kick that nigga. They like some buddies on steroids, bro. They hook. Look at this shit. Boom. Come on. Knock a nigga out. Knock your shit out. He tired, you know. Yeah, he checking pigs. He tired, though. Nah, he ain't tired. Take it on, bro. I'm trying to fuck with you, bro. It's the push for me. They push that nigga like that. Boom. Kick me dead in the stomach. He landed the kick. So you see the first coming out of that nigga's stomach. How about buddy on his stomach? This shit could do that. Ooh, I heard that one. Ooh. Nigga really want blood. Them kicks is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that kick to the stomach is crazy, chat. Hold on, chat. This is bananas, bro. He's just yo, he kicking the shit out of him. What is going on here, chat? Yo, bro, they fought like for 6 minutes straight. Ooh. Guys at that time.
Don't get near the kangaroos.
He get tired of that nigga. They tired of each other. They be fighting like 5 minutes. Boom. Shit. Ooh.
Don't get near them.
Oh my God. What is going on? He folded that nigga. Hey, yo, he folded him up. He got him. He got him.
Don't get near the kangaroos.
Yo, bro, he got him, bro. He's not letting him go either.
It's okay.
He was stopping that. He just choked that boy out. Oh, he choked that boy out.
Get them out.
Oh, shit, he got me up. He's in the day, he got his ass beat. Look, he trying to go. He mad, he got his ass beat. He done. Hey, yo, wait. We gotta go back with. Wait, chat. We gotta go back to when he folded that boy up, bro. He folded homie up. We gotta go back to that. Let's go. Yo, that nigga just folded him up, bro, in the worst way. Like, that's mad funny. Look at that nigga. Look, he's stuck.
Don't get near them.
Got his ass. Sit down, nigga. I got you, nigga. Sit down. I got you now, boy. I got
Don't
you.
get near the
Hey, this remind me of when Jody and Mel got into it on Baby Boy. That nigga Mel, Joe Baby. That nigga Mel. Yo, that boy Tyrese says what?
kangaroos.
Oh Jesus, this is mad funny. Look at that shit. That nigga kick for his. Ooh. That's the kick real. I'm gonna kick his ass in the chin. That nigga tired.
Get them
He
out.
said, look, nigga, stay down, nigga. Just stay down. Don't run at me for a minute.
You okay? Yeah.
These niggas ain't tired. They been going at it for a minute, too. This is insane. The bitch ass nigga, don't you come back. Don't you ever come back around here no more. What's wrong with you? I told you to stop playing. You done, nigga? You done? Wait, chat. Allah. What just happened? Allah. Chat. Why brody just came out the trailer like that? Like, the niggas fighting again? Get the go here, chat. Why you just came out the trailer like that? Look. I'm crying. Chat, he just stayed at the end of the corner like, what the hell's going on? Oh, it's y'all niggas again. I'm crying. What is wrong with these fools, chat? Why you fuck with them? Look. Man, those ass neighbors. Take my ass back and get my shit off the grill. I'm crying right now. That nigga waiting. Nigga, don't you ever come back around here no more. I told you I'm gonna whoop your ass now. What you doing? What we doing? I ain't wanna do it to you. Look at that nigga hands. Their hands is crazy. That's mad.
I wonder if HoneyBook has any new clients for me today.
I wonder where my best leads come from.
Alright, yeah, bro. Kangaroo have any fucked up for me.
Have you ever seen a full-grown kangaroo? These humanoid rats are truly terrifying. Most kangaroos run from predators, but for jacked males like this one, a devious plot is always a good alternative. You see, when dogs and
wow, like nigga, kangaroos are huge, bro. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, we worked that nigga.
Did this kangaroo just kill a man?
Calm down, calm down.
That's the mystery
What?
after the 52-year-old man was found dead in the kangaroo enclosure at a petting zoo in South Carolina.
See the back feet that you gotta watch.
Eric Slate can be seen in this exclusive video roughhousing with a kangaroo. The video was recorded just 10 days ago. On Friday, Slate was apparently beaten to death by the kangaroo named Jack when he entered the enclosure. Authorities say Slate suffered multiple blunt injuries. An autopsy is pending. Slate's brother runs the petting zoo, and Eric has a history of going at it with the kangaroos.
I'm not wrestling you. Wait, that means no. We learned that lesson yesterday. You won.
Kangaroos are incredibly powerful, not with their front feet, but with their hind legs. If it gets threatened, it is something that can be very, very dangerous to any human being.
I spoke to the dead man's brother, Robert Slate. Do you think the kangaroo killed your brother?
No, I do not.
He says his brother had recently been complaining of chest pain. What do you think happened?
We're waiting on the autopsy to come back. At some point, the kangaroo did scratch him. I'm not denying that, but I don't feel that the kangaroo is the main cause of it.
Calm down, calm down.
Good evening. I'm meteorologist Mark Strell with the very latest dust storm warning that has blown into town, and I've got good news. Improving conditions here in the city of Chicago. Just about 40 minutes ago when we joined you.
This shit ain't gonna lie right now. Oh, no, I lied. That shit did 2 hours ago. I'm so bad. So, let's go back.
Did this kangaroo just kill a man?
I buck on that nigga, bro.
Did this kangaroo just kill a man?
What?
It's December 1st, 2018. CCTV records 22-year-old Grace and her Tinder date, Jesse, getting ready to leave a bar.
What?
They had just met a few hours ago, but already they're about to head back to his place. From the outside, everything seemed to be going perfectly well. So well, in fact, that soon after they could be seen heading to a nearby hotel and up to Jesse's hotel room shortly after. Nobody could have expected that this was the last time Grace would ever be seen alive. The next day happened to be her...
Why I think he killed her? This question. I think he was serial.
Birthday, and nobody was able to reach her all day, and the same was true even days after. It was like she disappeared off the face of the earth. Her friends and family quickly reported her missing, but to no avail. Meanwhile, Jesse was recorded
was a birthday day, bro.
On CCTV out and about, going up and down the elevator, carrying cleaning supplies, and what appeared to be a suitcase. A suitcase with contents that would shock everyone to the core.
The body.
And what's even worse, the killer had another date lined up. And if the cops don't intervene and arrest him quickly, this girl, as well as countless others, could fall victim to this very same man.
Get the fuck out of here. Dr. Sammy is crazy.
Tell me what happened last Saturday.
From the beginning?
Yeah, like it does, though.
At 5:37 p.m. on December 1st, 2018, Grace, who just finished a backpacking journey from England to New Zealand, leaves her hostel to meet Jesse. Meanwhile, Jesse is having pre-date drinks at a local bar, downing several beers before the date begins. In fact, as he leaves the bar, you can still see at least 4 empty bottles sitting on the table. They meet in a popular spot where there's plenty of people, making Grace feel safe while she meets her date for the first time. But this will be a false sense of security, as Jesse has no plans to try anything untoward in public. He's going to wait until they're alone. Suspecting nothing, Grace accompanies Jesse to a bar where they drink together for over an hour before they head for a Mexican bar at 7:15 for more drinks, and yet another bar named Bluestone Room around 8:30 p.m. This will be where Jesse tries his luck and sees if he can get a little closer to Grace. At 8:54, they share their first kiss. This is when Jesse takes a trip to the bathroom and where Grace sends her very last message to anyone, telling her friends that it's going amazingly well and that she just clicks with him so well. She's probably excited to spend the night with a man that she genuinely likes. She could have had no idea that instead, he was about to end her life in one of the most horrific ways possible.
This is crazy.
The next morning, Grace's phone starts to receive a ton of messages. It's her.
That's crazy.
Welcome to Arcade. With this plugin, you could make sounds that nobody else is making.
It's her birthday. To Auckland and makes a heartfelt appeal for his daughter's safe return.
Grace has been missing for several days, and as a family, we've been extremely concerned for her welfare.
On March 12th, 2023, police in Vancouver, Washington received a call.
Oh, so they do that text message.
Sean Combs' legal team is coming out swinging, cross-examining his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, for days on the witness stand. The defense zeroing in on a series of text messages between Ventura and Combs, trying to cast doubt on her claims that she was coerced into so-called freak-offs. Combs denied all allegations against him, and his attorneys are now trying to portray Ventura as a willing participant in what they describe as his swingers lifestyle. One message from Ventura reads, "I'm always ready to freak off." In another, she writes, "The freak-offs felt right." I'm Kennedy Walker, and I'll walk you through what happened in court, what's next, and how these messages could impact both sides of this explosive legal battle. Cassie Ventura was back on the stand Friday in the federal racketeering and sex trafficking case against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The defense trying to paint the picture of a complicated but consensual relationship between the two. Ventura testified that Combs beat her and coerced her into having sex with male escorts, sometimes on camera. But Combs' attorneys are pushing back, arguing that Ventura wanted to participate and enjoyed them. According to court transcripts obtained by Law and Crime, in a 2009 exchange nearly 2 years into their relationship, Combs texted, "I miss you already." Ventura replied, "Me too." Combs then asked, "When do you want to freak off? LOL." Ventura answered, "LOL, I am just going up to change and put my ring in. I just picked it up. I'm always ready to freak off. LOL." Combs wrote, "You tell me the day, you choose." Ventura responded, "It can be whenever." He answered, "Name the night." 4 years later, in 2013, Ventura messaged Combs saying, "Wish we could have FO'd before you left," using the initials for freak off. And in 2017, she texted him again saying she, quote, loved their freak-offs. In another exchange, Combs wrote, "I want a freak-off right now, LOL." Ventura replied, "LOL, me too. Well, I want to have fun with you." Having Ventura read those messages out loud in court was most likely strategic. It's a key moment for the defense as they work to undermine her claims of coercion, because in this case, it all comes down to consent. For the jury to convict Combs on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, they must believe force and coercion were involved. The defense also arguing that if Ms. Ventura was ever hesitant to participate, it wasn't because she was forced, but because she was jealous and wanted more out of the relationship. The attorney asked, "You testified on direct that you were insanely jealous, right?" Ventura responded, "I did say that, yeah." The attorney asked, and you reacted when you saw social media posts of Mr. Combs with other women, right? Ventura responded, yeah. Combs' attorney also brought up Ventura's past comments about Diddy's longtime partner, Kim Porter, who is the mother of 3 of his children. Ventura admitted that she used to resent Diddy spending holidays with his family and Porter instead of her. Ventura wrote to Combs, I understand you feeling like you need to protect your children, but after a while, for what? It's like, for what? They've never known you and Kim to be together unless there's something that I just don't know about. They were babies when we started dating. If Chance can go away with her dad and not her mom, I think the other kids can too. The more time that goes by, the harder it is to understand. During the first week of trial, the defense also brought up Diddy's long history of drug abuse, trying to shift the narrative away from a man allegedly running a criminal operation and instead paint him as someone spiraling out of control from addiction. Ventura testified that Combs' addiction played a role in his mood swings, admitting that at one point he was hospitalized after overdosing. The defense asked, so almost the entire duration of your relationship, you were both addicted to painkillers? Ventura responded, very close to it, yeah. The attorney asked, but periodically withdrawing and being affected by the withdrawal symptoms in your relationship, right? Ventura responded, yep. The attorney asked, and that was a big part of Mr. Combs' mood swings, right? Ventura responded, I don't know if it was a big part, but it was a part. The attorney asked, you understood that if he did not get his painkillers that he was relying on, that it would affect his mood, right? Ventura responds, yeah, anybody that's addicted to painkillers is like that. And joining me to talk more about this is federal trial attorney Alexis Rosenberg. Alexis, thank you so much for coming on today. Let's just jump right in. How do you think the defense did, questioning Cassie for hours and hours and hours?
So, I mean, it's very trying. What they had her testify, obviously, was very sensitive. They're having her read text messages. This is very personal, and coming from someone who had testified, before about what she was an abused woman and having to relive that. Under the circumstances and the fact she's so pregnant, I think she did very well.
Prosecution, they were arguing that, and Cassie testified to this, that she was abused, that she was raped, that she was coerced, essentially, and did not want to participate in these freak-offs. But after reading the text messages and that the defense brought up, it seemed like it was a different picture. They painted a different picture. How do you think the defense is doing to try to counter some of what Ms. Ventura said during that testimony?
The defense is doing a really good job at chipping away at it. I think that the defense is that basically, Diddy did abuse her. We have the video. I don't think they're countering that, and he had a public apology, as we know. But he's saying that abusing someone, domestic violence, is not RICO. She wasn't coerced into it, and bringing out those different text messages where she was saying that, she was asking and saying that she liked these freak-offs does support that it was not, she wasn't coerced into doing it, that she actually enjoyed it. And the question is really, is the jury believing that? Because we do know battered woman syndrome, sometimes they do things that seem out of the ordinary and contra to what was really going on.
Right, and I was just about to ask that. Do you think that the jury is believing the defense, or do you think that they're taking the side of the prosecution? Because I feel like everyone was really leaning in to Cassie's every word the first couple of days when the prosecution was questioning her, listening to, her what she alleges is abuse, right? And then when they saw those text messages, and Ms. Ventura said things like, oh, I always want to freak off. She said something along those lines. Or, oh, I wish I could freak off right now. And Mr. Combs is asking her when she wants to do it. And she's saying, whenever you want to. Just seeing those things, how do you think that they're taking it?
Well, we'll see ultimately how they take it. But remember, for coercion, you can be consenting and then change. You can change your position that you don't want to do that anymore, number one. Number two, once we add drugs to the mix, that really does support coercion. If you are drugging someone, that supports the fact that they weren't consenting at the time to what they were doing. So they really need.
But if you agree to take the drug and then you also supply the drug sometimes, then that means you're participating. That's not coercion. So
Defense needs to chip away and really go towards that she was consenting, but the prosecution needs to hammer down that at one point she may have been consenting, and she may, she changed, or that she was just saying this. And I'm assuming they're going to have an expert that's going to come testify about the psychological aspects of being in this type of relationship. But she also said on the stand that she still has feelings for him. That it's not that she has a hatred towards him, even as she sits there today, which to me was extremely surprising, because what we heard when she was testifying for the prosecution, I think I would personally have extreme hatred for him based on that testimony.
You're free.
Well, what do you think that means? I guess, like how you said, we're waiting to hear just from an expert that can really touch on the psychology of it all. But the fact that a person that she's claiming did do these things to her, right? Did allegedly rape her, allegedly drug her, and to participate in these freak offs, and she doesn't hate them. What do you think that the expert will say to kind of combat that?
So I think it would support the fact that someone who has been battered does have that push me, pull me, that you have a situation where, listen, somebody doesn't stay in a battered relationship because it is bad all 100% of the time. There has been testimony that he can be very charming. He's a very charming person. It was like a switch. So there had to be some good times that were in those bad times. And it does seem to, the text messages do seem to support that as well. So I think that the testimony from the expert is going to say, there was this conflicted feeling, this conflicted relationship that was going on, and there was grooming that was done as well.
That's crazy.
What do you think we can expect to happen next? I know the next witness that's supposed to take the stand is Dawn Richard, and she was in a former group that Diddy had made. What can we expect to hear from that?
I think we're going to expect to hear the same, similar of the same. I think each person is going to get up, the victims, and talk about the same pattern and how they were either drugged and coerced. And the prosecution does need to do that. They need to show this coercion, because right now with her, because this was a long relationship she was in with him. This was over a decade. That the question that the jury is probably asking is, why stay? Why did you keep coming back? So then if we show the next person, and that cumulative is going to get us to the jury most likely being able to see that there was coercion.
And I just want to touch back on what you just said about Cassie and Diddy being in a long relationship. I mean, it was 11 years. In the defense, they showed text messages from 2009, 2013 to 2017, really showing, in each of these messages, showing her saying things that, she did enjoy the freak offs. I'm still just trying to figure out, because it seemed like they laid down the foundation. While yes, it's true, like how you mentioned that she does have the right to change her mind and she does have the right to say no, how exactly just does the government prove that? Like, how do we know when she did say no, or how do we know when she did change her mind if they said that throughout the course of their relationship she kept saying yes?
All you gotta do is say yes. Something interests you, baby. Hey, get off my chit-chat.
They have to just put her testimony. I mean, I think her testimony saying that, but it seems to me that her testimony wasn't very, very clear. I think the prosecution may have missed the mark a little bit with the coercion to make it very clear, and that's why you're asking this question right now, which is a very good question. how are you going to get the jury to say, okay, there was coercion, and when did the coercion start and end? And that's going to be a jury question, and that is really why you need that cumulative of the next witness saying, yes, I was drugged. The drugging is a very big element, because if you're drugged, that really goes towards the coercion, because how did you consent, especially if you didn't know you were being drugged? And we also have her testimony about the fact that she was raped that last time. So that we have that situation, which does seem like a very clear divide, because she said she ended the relationship and she was meeting him one last time. And then there was this rape situation that had happened.
Right. And I think you bring up a good point there with the prosecution seemingly dropping the ball. I mean, the prosecution, they were the ones that handed the defense the text messages. How did they miss this? Or why didn't they bring it up, when they were first just introducing Cassie, or first had Cassie on the stand go around? Why wouldn't they kind of just feel some of this out and explain it before, the defense questioned her?
I agree with you. I mean, one of the things that lawyers do, they have to turn over the text messages. They have to do that. It's part of their required discovery disclosures. But you are right. They should have lessened the blow by going ahead and front-ending it and saying, were these text messages, letting her explain them in context? Because now it seems the way it was presented, because they didn't disclose those on the front end, that they were trying to hide something, and now there's this smoking gun. And that really should have been done. They should have had her read some of those and say, yeah, and give some context and the ability to say, oh, yeah, but you don't know leading up. And she kind of got into this a little bit in her response, but leading up, you don't know what was going on ahead of time leading up to that, and why, for instance, maybe I was scared that he was going to, get angry, so I was saying these things to put him in a good mood, or whatever it may have been the reason.
What does the prosecution have to do to win this case?
Well, they really, I mean, there's a couple different claims. We have the RICO, but we also have, remember, the prostitution, the trafficking end of it. So if we have some testimony about a minor that's being trafficked across state lines, then we, he could serve some pretty long time.
Okay, dude. Nigga, Cassie. What age was Cassie when she started dating Diddy? 19. Nigga, she was not a minor. She was legal in all states. Yeah, like, she was old enough. So what's she talking about? I must miss something.
The prostitution, the trafficking end of it. So if we have some testimony about a minor that's being trafficked across state lines, then we, minor, he could serve some pretty long time in prison for that. So there's a couple different things that they're floating around. For him to go to prison and being convicted, it's not just that RICO claim that we have. We have the trafficking claim as well. And there's been a lot of testimony related to that trafficking claim about that they were bringing the people in. But, a lot of times she was also paying for those sex workers as well, meaning she was personally paying them.
So they both got to go to jail for sex trafficking. Because she went up the transport shit, the transport people for prostitution, because she paid. She skipped down. She did that. Damn. So I wonder how they gonna charge her and give her. I don't know. Or they hit you with that. Wow, but you gotta go to jail now. That's crazy.
So there has to be testimony. Where was the money coming? Was it directed from him and all that, which gets into that enterprise.
The defense also brought up Sean Combs's.
Yeah, we need them transactions for real. We need to see them receipts. Put that account summary, shout it.
Drug addiction, right? And so they're trying to
put that cash app in that seal.
Prove that, he wasn't this mastermind the prosecutor is painting him out to be. Rather, he was just suffering from, this addiction. Do you think they're doing a good job improving that?
No, but it's early on in the trial. I think that they're going to, on their case, obviously put on that he had this drug problem. And so he didn't necessarily know or, wasn't orchestrating what was going on. I think that's going to be a hard sell. I think at one point they were tossing around that they were going to, do the defense of that, he was this individual and people wanted to take him down because he was successful. So they've tossed around a couple different theories here. I think from the testimony, he did have a drug problem. I don't think that anybody's going to dispute that. But the fact that you have a drug problem is not a defense to doing criminal acts.
All right, so if that's the case, it's the same apply to Cassie. Same thing applies to her.
Absolutely. Like, having an alleged drug problem does not excuse rape or beating and assault or any of that, correct?
I'm just... By the way, I'm on the right side. I was just want what's right. Yeah, I think it's a woman beater. But, like, she's endorsing to the act. Of course. I don't know, y'all. It's kind of... I skid them, but it's like...
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. That's not a defense. You chose to take the drugs, whether you have a problem with it or not. That doesn't give you any right to go out and harm somebody else, rape somebody, like you said, or any other crime.
Who exactly got raped?
It's not a defense. Now, would they...
You know what? I forgot. She did in 2000. Who said it was? Oh, yeah, 2018. That's when she said he did it.
At sentencing, possibly take that into consideration in sentencing. Yeah, maybe they could take that at sentencing into consideration. But at this stage, that's not a consideration. I think that that's being floated to try to go at the RICO claim that it wasn't this organized enterprise that was doing this for the purpose of doing it. They're really trying to say that these are like consenting adults, and that the issue that happened in the hotel and the allegations of abuse were domestic violence. Now, remember, domestic violence, as horrible as it is, he's probably would end up, even if they proved all of the claims, he's not going to serve substantial jail time or prison time for domestic violence. Unfortunately, I mean, looking at this, he probably should. But the reality is it's a totally different game than if he's convicted of the other charges of what he's actually on trial for.
Now, we talked about that they're most likely going to put a psychologist on the stand. What other legal experts could we potentially see in this trial?
Well, I mean, the psychologist is probably going to be only, and they may not put the psychologist on the stand. That's only whether they think that and I don't know if there's a psychologist actually on the list, because really
All right, anyway, that's all we got, chit chat. But that's really about to conclude our episode of Night Chat. I'm really about to take my sleep. I'm tired of this chat. I was ready to get some food. But we'll tune in tomorrow, see what's going on tomorrow, man. Yes, H. Kumar, we out, baby. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.